Okay, he lives in Oxford and he traveled the world for the past few years. Okay, so Mr. Nicholas, can you help us to introduce yourself?
I can. Can you hear? First of all, can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, share.
Can you hear me? Okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Oh, that's
Yes,
great.
we
That's great.
can.
Okay, that's good because we were having some technical problems. So we were having some problems with the sound. So okay, let me just say so. So my name is Nicholas. My name is Nicholas, but you can call me Nick. Okay. So very nice to meet you. We're standing here in the center of my city. I'm from the UK. Does anybody know what the UK stands for?
United Kingdom. United Kingdom.
Exactly. The United Kingdom. Thank you. Does anybody recognize this flag?
England.
Absolutely. England flag.
England.
How about
England.
this flag?
Scotland.
Scotland. And how about this flag?
Wales.
This is Wales. So the United Kingdom is made up of England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, sorry, Scotland and Wales. And then the unified flag of all those flags together is this one.
United Kingdom.
This flag is called the Union Jack. Okay, so this is the Union Jack and we unify all the flags together. So, okay, so I would like to introduce you to my city now. So is everybody paying attention? So we are now standing in the center of Oxford.
Nice.
Does anybody know what Oxford means?
No. I like dark.
Okay, well, Oxford is a very old word. The city is over 1,000 years old. And ox is another word for cow, and ford is a word for crossing. So we have two rivers in Oxford. We have the River Thames, which we call the Ice here, and we have the River Cherwell. And the oxes, the cows, cross the rivers here. So this used to be called Oxener Forda, and now it's called Oxford for short. So if you look behind me, you will see a very, very impressive building here. Does anybody know what Oxford is famous for?
It's
It's because of that.
University.
I can absolutely. I can hear some people saying Harry Potter. We can talk about that later. But actually, the most important thing that Oxford is famous for is the university. Okay. So has anybody got any idea what this building might be behind me? It's called the building is called the Radcliffe Camera. It's a beautiful building and it dates back to the 1750s. Okay. So any idea what that building might be for? Well, it is
Administration.
Very good. Administration. What about the word camera? Does that give you any clue?
No.
No, no. So camera.
Photography.
That's a good. Camera in this case doesn't mean photography. It means room. It's an old word for room. And this used to be part of a science library. Okay, now it is connected. It is a reading room for the university library, which we will see in a minute. Let's just have a look over here. Can anybody tell me what they think this might be here?
The university. Church.
Very good. And what? It is a church. This is called the Church of St. Mary. Okay, and can you see that big tower there? What do you think that's called?
The clock.
This is, you see the point on the top here. This is called a steeple. Okay, and this is a very old church. This church is 800 years old. And it was the original church of the university, one of the original churches. And this is where they used to have books in here. So this was one of the original libraries. Okay, it's a very old church. And before, the university was very connected to the church because the UK, the United Kingdom, is a Christian country originally. So Christianity is very important to do with the university. Let's walk around now. I'm going to tell you a bit more about the university because I think it's very interesting to see as we go around. But before I do, I just want to show you the floor here. Has anybody seen what these are on the floor here? Do you know what these are called?
Pebbles. Pebbles.
Pardon?
Rock.
Yeah, they are.
Pebbles.
They are pebbles, but they also have another name. They're called cobblestones. Cobblestones.
I know.
Cobblestone.
And cobblestones.
Minecraft.
Right, cobblestones in Minecraft. Exactly. So that they use to make the roads in traditional cities all throughout Europe. Now they use these cobblestones because, first of all, the water can drain away very easily, and also horses, when they're pulling the carts along the cobblestones, it's very easy for them to pull the carts along. And they were very hard wearing. And also the noise, if you see old films and you see horses dragging themselves across the cobblestones, dragging the carts along, they make a lot of noise so people can get out of the way. So they're very traditional to the old cities. Right, let's move along now. I'm going to show you one of the colleges. So Oxford University, this is where people come after they leave school to take their subjects really seriously. Now, most universities, when they do degrees, they're on a campus. So if you think about the university in Singapore or Jakarta or Taipei or Tokyo, most of them will be on a campus. But Oxford is very different because Oxford, there are 38 colleges. Okay, 38 colleges. So each college,
until the boss, or why? Why do you not
each
wait
college
for the boss?
has its own courtyard. Okay, so if you look through here, you can see one of the courtyards. What does this remind you of?
Oh, so you just left.
What?
You don't want to fight the boss?
The castle of Queen Elizabeth? Kinda.
What does this look like to you?
A castle of Queen Elizabeth?
Castle.
The giant gate.
Or like a castle or a church.
Playground.
A library.
A
Mansion.
A museum. Castle.
I think so. Harry Potter. A school of Harry Potter.
That's like a Harry Potter.
A field. A library.
The guy Nicholas mute.
Cathedral.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You are muted.
You are muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Or is some technical problem? If you listen, you can hear the bell. You can hear the bell chiming. So it tells us the time. Every 15 minutes, we get a chime from the clock. This is telling us everybody in the city, and there are bells all over the city. So if you look over here, this is one of the colleges I was telling you about. And I would say, like lots of the other buildings, oh, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as you can hear me.
Yeah.
So this is one of the many colleges that inspired Hogwarts. So lots of the city scenes around the city, lots of the buildings around the city were used in Harry Potter, and I'll show you more in a minute. But this college here, this is called the College of All Souls. And as you look through, you can see they all have a grass in the center and a courtyard of buildings around the outside. And each college, each of the 38 colleges in Oxford is like this. So it's very, very special. And all of these colleges date back hundreds of years. And they are mostly made from limestone. So the stone is limestone, locally quarried. Okay, let's go on now. I want to show you a very, very important building now in the college. This building in front of us, can you hear me? It's gone quiet.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good, that's good. Does anybody have any idea what this building might be for?
For
Jail? I don't know.
campus.
Police station?
Study.
It is, well, it is part of the campus. So this is the library. Okay, this is the
Oh.
old Bodleian Library. And if you look on the outside, how many floors do you think it has?
3.
4.
3.
Okay, absolutely. There are
4.
three. There are 3 on the outside, on the upstairs, but downstairs it goes down many, many levels. So it's very deceptive. The Bodleian Library is the second biggest library in the UK. It has over 9 million rare books dating back 600-700 years, very old books. And if you wanted to read all the books in this library, it would take you, how many years do you think it would take you to read all the books in this
100.
library?
100 years.
Higher. Let's say if you're
1000.
reading one book every single day, how many years?
9 million years.
9 million days.
They say
3,000 years.
they say it's about
thing is,
800 years.
not
They say it's
thousand
about
million
800, about 800 years. Now, if we look at the
I
front
don't know.
here, if you see the front here, this is the main gate